presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Sneth Camp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.
Hello and welcome to the final 2019 edition of State Champs Michigan. I'm Lauren Plant, and for nearly a decade, we have been proudly presented by Lawrence Technological University. I know that many of you are exploring universities right now. Check out Lawrence Tech. You invest so much into college. Are you getting your money's worth? Bottom line, more LTU graduates get the highest paying jobs following graduation in exactly their field of study. Find out for yourself at ltu.edu. Now, this is not just our last show of the year, but the last on Fox Sports Detroit. And I want to personally say what a great 5-year relationship it's been. Shout out to Denise Bailey and Greg Hamrin for being incredible advocates of State Champs. When we decided to go statewide with our coverage, you gave us the platform, and you embraced not just all our varied high school sports programming, but our robotics show RoboZone for 4 years. We all just want to say a heartfelt thank you.
I'm Jenna Skalski, and we've got a great show, including both announcements of the 2019 Hungry Howie's Mr. Football and Anvil Award winners. But first, we're counting down what we believe are the year's top storylines in Michigan high school sports.
Number 10, State Champs mourns one of its own. In 2002, a whole new approach to presenting high school sports in the state of Michigan made its premiere. Longtime Detroit sports reporter Fred McLeod was hired as the executive producer and host of the show. For 3 years and nearly 100 episodes, Fred was a big part of State Champs before he became the play-by-play man for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Fred passed away suddenly this fall, and we salute one of State Champs' founding fathers. Number 9, River Rouge shocks the world. We saw a lot of surprises at Ford Field Thanksgiving weekend, but perhaps none bigger than River Rouge defeating number 1 and nationally ranked Muskegon in the D3 state title tilt. First-year junior quarterback Marian Rabowski led the Panther attack with 3 touchdowns in a decisive 30-7 victory. It was the Panthers' first state championship in school history. Number 8, Mother Nature Mayhem. In one of the wildest weather scenarios we've ever seen, the Lower Peninsula Track and Field State Finals saw a myriad of weather delays as a barrage of storms wreaked havoc across the mitten. It took a total of 13 hours to get through a few of the state finales, but in the end, champions were crowned. Number 7, Novi Girls Soccer, number 1 here, there, and everywhere. In 2019, the Wildcats ascended to the top of the mountain as they were named the number 1 team in the entire nation. Novi won their 7th overall state title with a 5-0 shutout of Plymouth to finish the season 26-0-1. Number 6, the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's amazing how some programs in various sports can win state championships year after year. 2019 saw no less than 6 teams continuing their dynastic domination. In competitive cheer, Gibraltar Carlson won their 8th state title in 9 years. Rockford Girls Lacrosse, 7th straight, 8th in 10 years. East Grand Rapids Girls Swimming, 8th in 11 years. East Kentwood Boys Track and Field, 8th in 11 years. Oak Park Girls Track and Field, 5th in 6 years. Lowell Wrestling, 6th straight, 7th in 11 years. Dundee Wrestling, 5th in 7 years. Detroit Catholic Central Wrestling, 7th in 10 years. And in hockey, 6th in 11 years. And Brother Rice Lacrosse won their 14th state championship in the last 15 years.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report, brought to you by My Student Aid. 2 players from the state have made their commitments to GLIAC schools, starting with Terrell Givens, a defensive end from Grand Rapids Christian, committing to Saginaw Valley State. 6'1", 240 pounds, Givens put up outstanding testing results at the opening regionals last off-season, and then followed that up with a great senior year. And then Oak Park quarterback Frank Black has committed to Ferris State. Black stepped up as a senior and had an outstanding season for the Knights. He is a dual threat, and the Bulldogs have used several dual threat quarterbacks from inside the state in their offense recently to get deep into the Division II playoffs. This is the final State Champs Recruit Report of the year, so thanks to everybody for watching. Congratulations to all the student athletes going on to play at the next level. We'll catch you next fall, be here before we know it. So for one last time, I'm Alan True with this week's State Champs Recruit Report.
Brought to you by My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Go to michigan.gov/MIStudentAid for more information.
For months now, we've told you that the future of State Champs is going to be an all-digital one. That future is now. On New Year's Day, the brand new State Champs app will make its triumphant premiere. Shows like the one you're enjoying right now will be there every week for you to enjoy on demand. Navigation between our high school sports, robotics, and esports programming will be super easy, simple enough for even your grandparents, we hope. This completely free app will be available for download on Amazon Fire Stick, Roku TV, Apple TV, and Google Chromecast. And we have to seriously thank you, the fans, for the growth of our social media this year. Our digital footprint has exploded thanks to you. Just in the past 4 months, we reached an unprecedented 5 million views across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Now we are spreading our wings. We'll be offering more regional attention to complement our statewide high school sports, robotics, and esports coverage. The entire Great Lakes will soon be State Champs country. Stay tuned.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's biomedical engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships, like this one, at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The greatest honor a high school student athlete can earn, the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Athlete of the Year. You're one of the tops in your sport. Prioritize education and giving back, like Cassius Winston, Megan Bobian, Rakia Jackson, and Aiden Hutchinson did. 6 male, 6 female nominees earn $1,000 in scholarship money, with $5,000 each to be awarded at a red carpet gala in downtown Detroit. Nominations accepted now. Download the application, dacathleteoftheyear.com.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
That was the best day ever!
Treat yourself to the world's first stuffed flavored crust pizza. And now for just $6.99, try our new stuffed Howie bread filled with fresh mozzarella and cheddar cheese.
Hungry?
Howie's!
Welcome back to State Champs. As much as this time of year is for celebrating, we here at State Champs want to send our deepest sympathies to the South Lionese community who is hurting. What was supposed to be a post-knee surgery follow-up turned tragic when Trayvon Tyler passed away due to a pulmonary embolism, which can be, and in this case, deadly. The junior played on both the offensive and defensive line for the Cougars, and his fun-loving, charismatic personality is what he'll be remembered for. There is a GoFundMe page if you feel moved to help his family. Next football season, a new mantra at South Lyon East: play for Trey.
Today we'd like to introduce what's become a rite of the winter, the Battle of the Fans. Sportsmanship is an important part of educational athletics, and student cheering sections can be a key factor in creating a festive high school event. The Battle of the Fans promotes student cheering sections that reflect enthusiasm and pump up the atmosphere at games without disrespecting the opponent. To enter, schools must produce a 3-minute video which includes 30 seconds about why it should be named the winner. 9 semifinalists will be named by the MHSA Student Advisory Council and participate in 2 weeks of Battle of the Fans and Sportsmanship challenges. 3 finalists will then be selected and visited by members of the Student Advisory Council and MHSA staff on a game night. Social media input following the school visits completes the process, and the Student Advisory Council will select a winner to be honored in March at the MHSA Basketball Finals. Visit the MHSA website for more information about how to get your school involved and keep up with this year's Battle of the Fans.
I'm Lorne Plant, and what you're seeing here is hidden video of one of the Anvil Award finalists walking into the State Champs Sports Network studios believing he's here for a simple interview in preparation for National Signing Day. Little does he know, this is much more than an interview.
Come on down! You are a State Champs winner!
The second annual Anvil Award competition presented by Hungry Howie's was once again stacked with size, speed, and smash mouth intensity. All season long, the best linemen and linebackers in the state proving their worth. But there can only be one champion, and that was the Lakers' hammer on defense for the last 3 seasons, Cornell Wheeler.
It's a trophy that fits him. The anvil, when I think of Cornell, I think of an anvil. I think of something that's heavy, that's strong, and it means a lot. And that's Cornell in a nutshell.
6'1", 220 pounds. In 12 games anchoring a defense that allowed just under 12 points a game, this 4-star hammer racked up 130 tackles, 11 tackles per contest with 10 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery.
Down here thumper, that's what people call me. They say I'm like an old school linebacker. I like to hit, play fast, physical, sideline to sideline. I just love playing defense, playing linebacker, and being physical.
4 years on varsity, he's old school and proud of it. Now headed to the University of Michigan, Coach Bellamy has boasted a bevy of D1 players at West Bloomfield. Wheeler will be the first to play at his alma mater.
I knew Michigan was a special place for me. Coach Bill called me in, the coaches was there. They said they liked my tape. That's when they offered me, and my mom was the first person I called, and she just broke down. I knew where my heart was always at. I'm thankful to be there, to go there, so just go blue. So.
On behalf of Hungry Howie's, State Champs is proud to present the 2019 Anvil Award to West Bloomfield's Cornell Wheeler. Congratulations.
State Champs once again congratulates Cornell Wheeler, 2019 State Champs Anvil Award winner. Proudly presented by Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.
Hey guys, as State Champs begins its all-digital future, I'm here to remind you that we are not just high school sports, but for the last 5 years, we have been super invested in the world of competitive robotics. State Champs RoboZone is your guide for everything robotics, including FIRST, VEX, drone racing, and our awesome coverage of the World Championships. The robotics competition world is so vast, we are now stretching out to cover selected middle school and even elementary competitions. The robotics community is one of the most dynamic, creative, skilled, and team-oriented groups that you'll ever have the pleasure of meeting. And the sport is nearly 12 months a year. We can always find a great competition happening somewhere in the Great Lakes states. Competitive robotics is inspiring the next generation of innovators that are going to transform the way we live. State Champs RoboZone is there to capture that energy all year long. Check out our year-long RoboZone podcast on SoundCloud. You can now find all of our video content at RoboZoneTV.com or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and beginning January 1st, 2020 on the brand new State Champs app.
State Champs is the original high school sports show, and State Champs Sports Network is always on, 24/7, delivering the content you want on the platform you choose. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and StateChampsNetwork.com. Coming in 2020, the State Champs app.
Donovan Edwards bullies his way through this crowd of Highlanders.
State Champs Sports Network is always on. Follow, like, subscribe, and share.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class size at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The ones who wake up every morning ready to take on the world. the ones who push their limits to be better than the rest. You're looking to join a team of leaders who want to be challenged. You want to be pushed to your limits. You value freedom and think you have what it takes. The ones with speed, strength, intellect, and determination. Michigan Army National Guard. We see you.
It's time again for you to register your League of Legends team for the State Champs Esports 4th Annual Tournament hosted by Lawrence Tech. We're looking for the top 64 high school League of Legends teams to battle it out to be crowned the best in the Midwest. With thousands of scholarship dollars at stake, you need to register your team today at statechampsesports.net.
Welcome back as we continue counting down our top storylines of 2019. Number 5, Hoopla in Howardsville. The Michigan boys basketball scene certainly stole a few headlines in 2019, but in the small town of Howardsville, Dylan Juergens of Howardsville Christian quietly rewrote some of the MHSAA record books. His 971 points set a new all-time single-season scoring record. Juergens also became the first player to average 40 points a game in 54 years. Number 4, Rickea Jackson, Michigan high school girls basketball's GOAT. Detroit Edison Public School Academy superstar Rickea Jackson wrapped up her amazing hoops career by becoming the first player from the city of Detroit to ever win Miss Basketball. She was the first McDonald's All-American in 9 years, and she led the Pioneers to their 3rd straight state championship. Rickea was ranked the 2nd best wing position player in the nation. A double Dream Teamer, she was also named the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's 2019 Female Athlete of the Year. She's considered by some as the greatest high school girls basketball player ever in the state of Michigan. Number 3, controversy and celebration at the Breslin Center. There's no question one of the most controversial finishes to any state championship ever occurred in the 2019 Division III boys title game between Iron Mountain and Pewamo, Westphalia. A traveling call and an intentional foul at the center of the hullabaloo. Pewamo, Westphalia hit some very intense free throws to win the state championship. The celebration continued a week later as the Lady Pirates also brought home hoops hardware. Number 2, the dawn of the Femaninan. Being ranked the #1 freshman player in the state is one thing, but being ranked the #1 freshman in the country is entirely another. Ypsilanti Lincoln's Imani Bates hit the Michigan high school hardwood like a hurricane, wowing fans and foes along the way. The Rail Splitters won their first state title in school history in dramatic fashion. Now, Imani is considered the #1 high school player in the country at any age. Check out Sports Illustrated. And the #1 storyline of 2019, State Champs, closing one chapter, the start of another. After 16 years and 600 TV shows, State Champs is moving 100% to digital in 2020. It's been an incredible ride on the airwaves. What began as a 3-year run on WDIV Local 4, State Champs was committed to bringing highlights from all sports to the 9 counties of Southeast Michigan. With multi-year stints on TV20 Detroit and CW50, State Champs found its final 5-year statewide home at Fox Sports Detroit. State Champs truly appreciates all of our broadcast and cable partners and our sponsors who believed in us. Now, it's on to a bright streaming future with incredible opportunities ahead.
Hi, I'm Candace, the host of the State Champs Esports show presented by LTU. I'm here today with Kevin with State Champs, who's going to tell us a little bit about the Rocket League tournament coming up that's going to be hosted by Lawrence Tech. Tell us a little bit more about the Rocket League competition.
There are several teams throughout the state of Michigan that are competing for the high school championship. It's going to be held right here in our esports center on the campus of LTU. The regular season went really well. We have 2 teams out of Dakota High School. They really dominated the regular season. They had a team in Group A and Group B. They did really well, and I expect them, maybe even to face each other in the finals, but you never know. It's the playoffs. Anything can happen.
So now that that's coming to an end with this tournament approaching pretty quick, what's next?
We have our 4th annual League of Legends tournament coming early spring. You can sign up today at statechampsesports.net. We anticipate spots to fill up really fast. We had over 60 teams last year, so it's going to be even more teams this year. So if you want to get in, sign up today. Like I said, statechampsesports.net.
All right, thank you so much, Kevin. And once again, don't forget that tournament for our Rocket League Championship will be held right here on the campus of LTU on December 15th. We'll see you there.
I admit it. I love working with money, negotiating, and making big decisions. That's why I'm majoring in finance and economics at Lawrence Tech. What's truly amazing about the education here is the small class sizes that give me easy access to my professors who truly care about my future. They even helped me get a great internship. And I was able to fulfill my lifelong dream of playing college golf. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
You ready, Darius?
Let's do it. Anybody want an autograph?
Autograph? We're here for the stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust pizza? Hey, who do you think you are? End of the line, pal.
Treat yourself to the world's first stuffed flavored crust pizza. And now, for just $6.99, try our new stuffed Howie bread. Hungry? Howie's!
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
As we introduce Coach Fairfield, who is a special gift for our young man right here. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Hungry Howie's, State Champs is proud to present the 2019 Mr. Football Award to Muskegon's Cameron Martinez.
It's a dream come true. I remember at a young age when I knew what the Mr. Football Award was, and it's crazy to think about that. My name going on that, and it just shows all the hard work has paid off, and all the supporting staff that I've had. It's all been worth it.
It really should be no surprise that Muskegon's Cameron Martinez is Mr. Football. After setting the school's single-season rushing record as a junior, 2,526 yards and 38 touchdowns, this year he finished with 2,124 yards rushing, 36 touchdowns, added 1,258 yards passing, and 11 more touchdowns. He even returned a kick 90 yards for a score in the rematch of the 2018 D3 Championship versus King earlier this season. Of all the great athletes that have donned the Muskegon Maroon, where does Cameron rank?
Right at the top. Speaks for itself. It's hard to say because we have some really, really great players. What makes it so special is just the type of kid he is. And so deserving, so caring, does so much. People just know what he does on the football field. But if you really got to know Cameron, then you would understand that this is the guy you want representing, one, your program, Muskegon football, but then also Mr. Football.
In Martinez's first game in a Big Reds uniform, he ripped off 290 yards and 5 scores in a 36-21 win over defending Division II champ Warren De La Salle. Overall, Martinez's teams went 48-4 with him in uniform. A 3-sport athlete, Cam still got hoops and track before he graduates. As for the next 4 years, he'll be a part of one of the most successful college football programs in the country, the Ohio State University, and he will contribute.
I just felt like it was the best place for me. A lot of what I saw in that coaching staff is what I saw around here, and the type of culture that they have and the environment, and just winning.
Congratulations, Cameron Martinez, 2019 State Champs Mr. Football, presented by Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. Time now for our MHSAA Top 5 Clips of the Year. At number 5, the Division II Boys Tennis Finals. Nathaniel Webster from Matawan, a beauty in between the legs. He went on to win the number 1 singles title. Number 4, Warren Regina Softball won their first state title in 4 years. Earlier this season, MARISA Muglia of the Satellites, a mammoth blast against their rivals from Mercy. Next to number 3, the Division I Boys Lacrosse Finale. Brother Rice, Detroit Catholic Central, game knotted at 13. Justin GLOD for the Warriors. With 1 second left on the clock, Rice went on to win their 14th MHSAA Division I state title. Moving on to number 2, the Division I football championship, Brighton and Davison. The Bulldogs' Ruben Salinas selling out with this one-handed snatch, one of the best catches we've seen in quite a while. But our number 1 clip of the year, Ypsilanti Lincoln taking on UD Jesuit, the D1 Boys Hoops finale, game tied at 62. Lincoln's gonna have the final shot. Jalen Fisher will nail it as time expires. Rail Splitters' first basketball state title. And those are your top 5 MHSAA clips of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pictures you're seeing are just some of the people that bring state champs to life each and every day. For 16 years, we've come into your living rooms delivering the best high school sports, robotics, and now esports content the best way we can. And we couldn't do it without our most valued partners like the Michigan High School Athletic Association, the many coaches associations, the Detroit Athletic Club, Hungry Howie's, and of course, Lawrence Technological University.
2020 is going to be our biggest year yet, as many as 3 shows a week with hundreds of game highlights every month. The new free State Champs app will be available for download beginning January 1st. And you get a preview of a couple of new shows next week. High School Hockey Time will be your home for great hockey highlights and even better hockey talk. High School Hang Time is exclusively a boys basketball show. Lots of highlights and the latest news. Hockey Time will premiere Wednesday and Hang Time on Thursdays. Just follow, like, share, and subscribe to State Champs on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.
That's right. Thanks for coming along on this amazing ride we call State Champs. Stay with us as we get to send it into hyperdrive in 2020. Until then, for all of us here at the State Champs Sports Network, happy holidays.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.